Om. Avadhuta continues his explanations to Yadu Raja about his teachers and teachings. So in chapter 4, first sloka, says that Brahmana Uvacha Paripraho hi dukkhaya yadyat priyatamam nrinam anandam sukhamapnoti tadvidvanyatsva kimchanaha. Parigraho hi dukkhaya. Parigrahata, the acquisition. Possession, acquisition, acquiring. What do you call it? Hi dukkhaya. Yadya priyatam nrinam. Of anything whatsoever that men hold as dearest to them leads to misery. But he who knows this and he gives up, anantam sukham apnoti, once he gives up all the possessions, attains the endless bliss. The one who is in the nature of possessiveness, the one who is in the nature of acquiring things, acquisition. Why they say acquisition is wrong or possession is wrong? We might think that, oh, why not we acquire certain things because it is necessary for leading our lives. According to principles, that what is necessary for you is provided. It automatically comes on the way. And then we do it because we are ignorant, we are not knowing that it is already provided to us, and then we are taking it and having it. Suppose there is a mango tree on the way and it is full of mangoes. You stand there and pluck one or two mangoes and eat it. You think you have acquired it or you have possessed it. You were hungry, you had it, no, it was provided there. The mango tree was not provided by you. The path on which you were walking was not designed by you. There was a path where you started walking through that road or the walkway. Mango tree happens to be there and it is full of mangoes and you took it and ate it is the truth. Is that what you get when you are leading a dharmic life? This invariably happens. We all must be knowing, no? Many people strive hard, no? There are so many people who are very highly educated. They strive hard for their positions, money, wealth. Some attain and some don't attain. And there are so many others who have nothing. Suddenly you will find them becoming rich, becoming this, becoming that. This also happens. Many have a question. He is not as efficient as me. He is not as qualified as me. He is not as good as me. But how can he be something like this? You see? Could anybody give an answer till date for this question in this universe? Somebody said it is his luck, somebody said it is his karma, somebody said it is something else. Depending upon his own knowledge that what he has, he gave an sort of explanation for that. There is no technical explanation for that. There is no proper explanation for that. Why? Because it happens. Everything happens. Acquiring is not necessary. Here, acquiring in the sense, don't think that it is only earning something, not earning. Earning is different again. Acquiring is different. Acquiring properties, acquiring the kingdom, acquiring, that's what they mean. That means even though it is not necessary, suddenly a Raja thinks he has nothing else to do. Once after breakfast he thinks, let me wage a war with the neighbor. At least now we can get some land out of it. For what? For whom? For you to use? No, for the same people who are staying there, to stay for them only. They become your praja, that's all the difference that makes, you see. Otherwise he is not getting that land, he is not getting that property. Only thing in his books he can see that my area of the kingdom is as vast as such XYZ. Otherwise nothing else. Because he has got power, he just wanted to acquire, that's all. And he kills so many people and acquire it ultimately. It's of no use. That's what I mean by here, probably the Maharshi means by the acquiring or possessing it. That's hoarding on when you look at it in a crude manner, it's hoarding only. Like hoarding the annam. It is hoarding of properties, hoarding of this, hoarding of that. So acquiring is not necessary. Acquisition is not necessary. Especially this is explained by an Avadhuta who is free of any encumbrance with him. Absolutely nothing with him. He is the one who is explaining, not a Grihastha. You should remember that. So his nature, his status is totally different. He is absolutely, as we say in the materialistic language, he is a pauper. He has nothing of his own. And even though that is the truth with everyone, nobody has nothing of his own is the truth. So if no one has anything of his own, then where is the question of acquiring? That itself goes against the principle of being himself, that's all. That's what he said, the acquisition. Anything whatsoever that may be, men hold as dearest. It's very dear, very close to us, very dear to us. That very dear to us itself is a desire to be possessing it, holding it, keeping it, acquiring it. Acquiring it in the sense not allowing anybody else to use it, nor you are using it. Neither you are using it, nor others are using it is acquired. You have acquired a lot of property. Neither anyone else is using, nor you are using it. It is there for the satisfaction of saying that yes, it is with me. That's all. Nothing else. This acquisition is this. So you should identify the difference between acquiring and earning. Earning is necessary. Earning is not only money. Earning jnanam, earning wealth. Wealth is also necessary. Earning wealth, earning annam, earning good karmas, earning whatever it is. All those things are earnings. Earning is not only money. Earning is everything. With our karmas only we are earning good name. How somebody is having a good name in the people? Because he has earned it by his karmas. Why somebody acquired a bad name? It's also by his karmas. So they have earned it. By their karmas, they have earned it. Acquiring has no qualification for it. Anything and everything grabbing, you can do that acquiring. That means owning it. acquiring is also, in here, Avadhuta comes to the status of acquiring is that holding on to it, neither using it nor giving it up. See, it's called acquiring. We say no, that neither he allows anybody to use it nor he uses it. And that becomes, why is he acquiring that? Because it is dear to him. It is very, he enjoys to be having it, that's all. Just to look at it. The great Sheikh in the Middle East have built the tallest tower, named after him. Then look at it every day evening. It's tall, no? Like Taj Mahal, this Mahal, that Mahal. All Mahals have been built out of only that position. My name, there is something. It's okay, nice. At least because of them, others could enjoy it. That's a different thing. Okay. Then what happens when he holds it on to it? He leads to, if it is his, I don't want to share with it. Let it be anything, you see. There are so many things. Whether it is material, whether it is men, whether it is people, whether it is children, whether it is... Doesn't want to share. Doesn't want to... No. Okay, so many things come to mind. Forget about it. So that leading to that misery. Whenever possession comes, whenever possessing comes, then it will lead. Definitely, it will lead to misery. You can take it for sure. You should have, as I said, earning is necessary. Utilization is necessary. We need so many things, so many facilities, so much of jnanam, everything necessary for our execution of karmas. That is very necessary to earn it, nothing wrong. And that is why we are being born as human beings and as a grihastha, so that he can earn it and use it for the purpose, not but for the acquiring it. So acquisition. Now this acquiring, when we talk about this first sloka and the second sloka, goes to the, as I told you last time, the osprey. That's the eagle, like eagle. No, that is a fish eater bird. No, it is normally hawk, sea hawk or river hawk, they call it. No? They got so many hawks, no? River hawk, sea hawk, some land hawks is also there. But that they are not meant for eating fish, but the others are meant for fish. This one is for fishy. Osprey is that the fish eagle, or they call it as fish eagle or sea hawk or river hawk, is called an osprey. Normally it's known as the fish eating bird. It looks like an eagle only, it's a huge one. Zip, it comes and then takes it and goes like that. These two slokas are, he is saying that what he has learned from the osprey. But he who knows this, gives up all possession, attains to endless bliss. Holding on to it, what will happen? Oh, see, I have all the quarrels, all the problems are all happening with that. I have spent money, I would have got so much of benefit out of it. Why should I give it away? Let me hold it on. So they put a chain themselves along with that and lock it and throw the key away and say that I lost the key, now it is bound with me. Now what can I do? You see, neither I can separate it nor I can leave it. So this is what we complain about. You see, and where somebody has to look for a key. Okay. Possessing. Don't want to leave it. Now with that, constant problem will be there. Constant suffering will be there. We are ready to face it. But we would like to have that possession. That possession is we know exactly, that possession is the one which is creating all the problem. Right? Simple, leave it. No, how can I leave it? It's a question. We all say that, how can I leave it? How did you acquire it? And the same way you can leave it also. If you have acquired, you can leave it also, is it not? There cannot be two different principles on that, you see. If that is necessary for you, as I told you, for your karmas, to execute your karmas, you earn it and you will get it. Even though we are all scared, that somebody asks, oh, do you think, then immediate question somebody asks, ignorant persons, oh, do you think that then I will sit at home, lie down on my cot, then whatever has to come, will it come to me? Immediate. These are all, that it's a foolish question. This we can't answer. Even if the truth is that even if you want to sit idle, you cannot sit idle. No. I will make you sit idle in a room, closed room, with providing all the facilities. Can somebody live in there? That's why they have invented a house arrest for people who are, that lady, poor lady who is I sympathize with her, of course. The Myanmar, I cannot pronounce her name.
Suki.
Huh?
Suki.
Any key. She was for many years, 24 years, or something like that. She studied in Delhi.
Yes.
And she was just out of sight, kept under house arrest for these things, demoralizing. That doesn't bring happiness, even though everything is provided, everything is given. Not that she's starving, not that she's having dearth of anything. Only thing, she cannot meet people according to rules. She cannot meet people, discuss with anyone. She has to be alone there inside the rooms. Only she can peep through the window. That's all. Even that facility, even though she can see everything, if one person can see everything, is known as house arrest. It's known as house arrest. The name itself is house arrest. When it is in house arrest, are you happy? No. Is one happy? Absolutely no. They would like to just go out of the gate and walk on the road for a while. Probably she must have done it the first thing that the release was given. Maybe, I don't know. Well, the possession, you see. So that's why what happens is that we chain ourselves to that. It becomes like an house arrest, is what I am trying to tell that. It is almost like each person is in his own house arrest. Even though we call about in general. Each individual, look at yourself. Each individual is in his own house arrest. He is unable to go out of it. He is stuck. Even if he wants, he cannot go out of it. See? Is he not in house arrest? Yes. Each one is in our, look at a larger perspective on that, you see. Everyone is in a house arrest. He doesn't change his ideas, he doesn't change his opinion, he doesn't want to give up anything, he doesn't want that, only acquire things. And then he is stuck up with that. He is in his own house arrested. There externally somebody else arrests him physically, but here we are arresting ourselves mentally. That's all. Inner self. No. Are we able to go out? No. You don't even stretch your hands according to your will. You see, you don't even stretch. You are unable to do that. You don't even stretch. When you want to stretch your hand, you don't do it. No. Can't. Because I am stuck with it. You see. I am under arrest. Everyone is a house. Why? Because of acquiring and possession. That's all. When I release that, there will be freedom. I will get the freedom. Bhagavan says, the Brahmana, the Avadhuta said that, I have learned a lesson from this osprey who constantly comes down, picks a fish or whatever it is, meat, fish, in his beak. Normally they don't pick up and eat, they fly, sit somewhere on the branch of a tree or somewhere and comfortably on a dining table and spread all that with a Coca-Cola by the side, then they will eat it. See, nicely. But so what happened? This one also, next sloka explains that. He says, Samisham kuraram jagnur balino ye niramishaha tadamisham parityajya sasukham samavindata. Samisham kuraram jagnur balino. Till the time the osprey with a piece of fish was flying and there were 10 the other ospreys at the back or some other birds looking, seeing that he has got something in the beak, red flesh, eatable, easily can be snatched from him. So there are 10 of them chasing. This one keep on flying till the wings got tired. He was only trying to save that what is possessed, you see. Like as he said, in the house arrest, he is unable to do anything. He was not doing anything. Simple action has to be done, that's all. But he was only trying to save himself from or herself from the other birds by flying away. But without knowing that, if I can fly, they also can fly. They are also birds. They are also of same category of birds. They can fly as long as I can fly. This is known. But still what happens? We would like to run away from that. Run away from that. Even though we know that anywhere I will get caught. No doubt about it. But knowing that to the end of it, thinking that, something miracle will happen and it can just save me. With a false imagination. That's an imagination which doesn't save at all, because the one which is coming behind you, 10 of them, they are determined to take it from you. That's all. That you also know. Because you also might have done the same thing to others. The same osprey might have done it. This time it is this osprey, that's all the difference. And he takes the fish and flies, and the 10 of them flying at the back, chasing the one, and he tries his best, all the strength it puts on the wings and then flies faster and faster. At one point of time, he is tired. Now the others are angry because they made him chase him up for so long. They made them also tired. So they are much more angry. Since now it's not only that the fish that is in the beak, but they may hurt him also because they are angry with them. See, when there are 10 of them, they will do anything for that matter. So he may also die on that process. So what is wise? What should have been wise and what is wise? Just leave your position. Drop it down. The moment it dropped it down, the fish out of the beak, they saw it is being fallen. All the 10 flew towards that, and this one was saved. Possession makes you get stuck by that. See, it's what Avadhuta says. I have learned from this osprey that to be away from the possession and acquisition, that's all, acquiring and possessing. Acquiring of anything for that matter. Don't struggle to get anything. It will happen, it happens. You just execute your karmas in a dharmic way. Everything happens. That's all. We don't have to. Are you really looking for something? You have got a house, you have got a life. See, many things you analyze, sit quietly and analyze. How did I get it? How did I make my house? How did I make this situation today? What is my status? How much I would otherwise earn? Suppose, there are so many people of same capability and capacity or more capability and capacity than that of mine. You look at them, they have nothing. Why they have nothing? Why I have something? How did I do that? Did I do that? Then you will know you have not done it. It was given to you. If you could do it, the people who are more powerful than you could have done it also. This principle is same. No? If one can do it, others can do it also. That means it is not done. If it is done, it can be done by anything. Any car will move because all the machines are designed for moving. So it will move. Yeah. It's not given. It is designed. But here, it is given. That's why you get it, other not get it. Other get it, you are not getting it. No whatever it is. That's given. That's why in our Shastras said that have faith in that supreme power who gives you, and take only that, that's that austerity measures, and then the diksha, all those things are mentioned in our Shastras, is all meant for identifying that what is necessary for you, only you take it. That what is given to you, actually, it is given to you. Every day morning we get what is necessary for us. We are shown a path where we are supposed to walk, actually. Oh no, tomorrow morning I will come for a walk, simple thing. Night I felt sick, I cannot walk. Now come on, get up, walk. Small thing you said, come on, do it. Can't do it. No, tomorrow I will not go, I cannot go. Tomorrow morning you are fresh and then you are ready to go. And simple thing. Even that we don't make. It happens. Right? Everything happens. What Upanishad said, everything happens. We only take it in that stride and then acquire. Then we say that we have earned it. Yes, we earn by our effort. When it is not dharmic way of living, we earn adharmam. Like Duryodhana has earned, Kauravas have earned, many Kauravas in this world have earned by their execution of karmas. They have earned the adharmam in them. That they have earned. When the dharmam is provided to them. In front of them, dharmam is provided, but they chose the adharmam to be acquired. So they possessed that. The moment they possessed it, well, that's the end of it. So Avadhuta Brahmana said, I have learned this, Rajan, I have learned this from this osprey, that leave the possession, no fear. Leave the possession, no fear. Not only materialistically, don't think materialistically. If you have acquired an idea and you are stuck by that and you are holding on to it without releasing it, imprisoned by you. And you are uncomfortable with that. The moment the idea, my God, come on now, you people take it. With this idea, if you can do it, you do it. I am free. We are stuck with the ideas. Oh, this is what I think is right. Suppose I do the other way around. What 4 people will say? The 5th man will, what he will say, I don't know, but 4 people definitely we know. सब लोग बोलते 4 आदमी क्या बोलेंगे? That's why I said 4 people. 4 people will say. We have only count up to 4 only, after that. Let 4 people say whatever 4 people they want. It is for the 4 people. What they are saying. Parityajya, that stuck. The idea that you have got acquired. The knowledge, the ignorance that you have kept acquired. Acquisition is always the ignorance. Knowledge is not acquired, knowledge is flown. Knowledge is spread, knowledge is flown, knowledge is not static, it is everywhere. And ignorance is possessed. Ignorance is possessed. It is not all over. Knowledge is everywhere. You open your eyes, you can see the knowledge. But what you possess the ignorance from the knowledge. Ignoring the knowledge. Even that, if you that, then what happens? You are chased by your own thoughts. Like the osprey being chased by the other birds for the flesh. Your own other thoughts will start chasing this thought, and you are uncomfortable. Unless this thought is released, you are not happy with it. Because all other thoughts will be, linked with this. Everything is not. Suppose I am sad. Somebody died, let us say. Okay, I'm sad. Cannot eat, that sadness is connected to that. Cannot talk to anyone, sadness is connected to that. Cannot go anywhere, is connected to that. They even called it as a mourning period. Okay, for 10 days you keep quiet, 11th day onwards, come out of it. That's what it is. Shastras also said, have given a provision. They know the human mentality. Somebody dies, okay, 10 days, 11 days, 14 days, 16 days maximum. And in different culture, different customs, the 16th day is the last. That's all. After 15 days of Shraddha, 16th day of Shraddha, now no more, finished. You can't be sitting there in the corner for the whole year. No, that's finished. You see? But 16 year days, they have given an allowance. Okay, you keep on mourning, but come out of it. Otherwise what happens? This thought will be chased by all other thoughts. Your life will be led only by this thought, even though there are thousands of other thoughts which is contradictory to it to make you successful. But those thoughts which are leading you towards success, will not be in a position to take you to success because your priority is to be stuck with this particular negative thought. So, this thought will take the lead. So long this thought takes the lead, you are imprisoned by this thought and you are unable to be happy. So even the thoughts that is accumulated, karma, thought accumulated, or a particular karma accumulated, possessed. A particular karma that you are doing and you don't want to change it. That creates enough problems for you. But still you think one day this will become all right. Do you want to take so much of chances throughout the life? I mean, the life is only one. And do you want to wait for all the 40 years, 30? I have seen people who are fighting court in the court of law. I know some of our own, we all know them. They are fighting since last 40 years, 45 years. And their status is same, both of them. Two brothers. We all know them. I don't want to name. They are same. They are stuck. Growing old already. They started their fight when they were very young. Children were small. Today children have got married, they have got children, they have got grandchildren. Now even then the fight is going on. Withdraw, it is not meant for you, that is karma. Now you are stuck with that. So a thought, a karma. I am just telling an example. Not only a court case, anything, even a karma that we are doing normally every day. Every day I have got a pattern of functioning, getting angry, getting this, getting that, getting this. I am doing the same karma every day. What is the difference between yesterday and today? Take a video of yourself one day. Nowadays it's all available, that CC, TV and all that. Put it on. Put it on, not for others, for you at least. Let it record your activities every day. Next day you record. Next day you record. 3 days. 1 week you record yourself and see after 1 week, absolutely ditto. No progress has been made. No progress. Same complaint, same sadness, same worry, same anger, same talk, same language, same words are also not changing. There is no improvement on that. I am not exaggerating. You are stuck, is it not? Unless we release that, I will not be happy. You see, because I have possessed it. That's from the ignorance. Whatever is possessed is from the... If that is giving happiness, fine. I am not talking about that happiness part of it. Fine. But happiness means it will not be same. It will keep on changing because there will be progress in it. You know, in the jnanam there is always progress, and in the ajnanam, in the avidya, and in the ignorance, there is also downfall. There is no progress on that. We don't call it as progress. It is downfall. So, Avadhuta says, even though he said about the example of releasing the fish, that whatever you have caught, you may say, I have struggled, I caught it, I went down to the water and picked it up and came and all. Fine, you have done it. No doubt about it. But, if your life is in danger, is this fish that is available, is that which is holding you good? If you are alive, you can hold thousands of fish like this. But that thought will not come at that moment, you know. I have held it, this is mine, you see. And he keeps on flying till he gets tired. Is it not the characteristics of the human being also? And where we are stuck, you think yourself, each one of you think, in which thought you are stuck, in which karma you got stuck. You are stuck. Otherwise there should be progress. If there is no progress, that means you are stuck, means you must think. If you are getting progress, no problem, fine, keep on. Keep doing it, no problem. But if someone is stuck, he should sit and think, which thought I am bound by and I have chained with that beautiful golden chain. Shrinkala, they called it. Shrinkala. That means Shrinkala is again explains that link, Shrinkala. Link by link it is joined. See? That's why it is known as Shrinkala. That's why it's chain. Why? Because, you see, there's a beauty in this. Why Upanishads and Vedas have taken Shrinkala, binding means Shrinkala, they said, no, chain, they said. Why not something else? No. Why? Because Shrinkala is always with the links. Each number of links put together. So the Veda says, at any point you take out one link, that's good enough. You don't have to take the whole chain out. No? That's why Vedas and Upanishads have quoted the chain, the Shrinkala as the example, because you need to take out only one link. That's all. Even though there are thousands of links connected with it, so just remove one link, that's enough. You don't have to have the whole strength to take the whole thing, even though you in your life, whole of your life, you had been tying it, and instead of unwinding it, we kept on going the other way around, thinking that one day it will get unwound, but you are going in the same direction. How can you unwind it? So at a point of time, you will find that you are not able to unwind it. There is no time. Life is through. Even at that time, what he says, Bhagavan says, just cut. Take one, that cutter is there. One link. Finished. See, relieved you are. How beautiful it is. That's why Shrinkala, the chain, is an example. You don't have to take the whole thing. One link has to be cut. So then you are free. Even in your thoughts, in your karma, in your actions, in your any of your behavioral patterns, in order to de-link yourself, is that which will make you, relieve you towards the absolute Brahmatattva, Brahmajnana, Brahma Sakshakaram, to the truth and the peace, and then lead you. Actually, what happens with that? Since you have possessed it, since your thought is activated, since you are stuck by the thought, by your action, what happens? All the karmas that you are supposed to do is also stuck by. unable to move in any direction at that point of time. Once you have released it, you are able to do it. Otherwise, what happened? The bird has only one thought: how to save the one which I have possessed, not even his own life. His thought is only one: what? How to save that what I have got in my beak. That's all. You see? For that, whatever is necessary, I will do. All his karmas are kept pending. All his strength is being drained out on this. All his intelligence and yukti and shakti and buddhi, everything is utilized only for protecting this thing which can be snatched at any moment of time. Once he releases it, his thought, his action, his energy, his functions, further actions to be done, everything will come to his mind and he will start his life according to that, instead of getting stuck by this. Avadhuta says, I have learned it from that. I will never get attached to anything. Hey Rajan, this is what I have learned from that, is what the Brahmana Uvacha. So even though he talks about this thing, we have to think about everything. It is not only the piece of fish that is in his book. So the next one, the third sloka and fourth sloka, Avadhuta has learnt it from only the third sloka, I think. The third and fourth is learning from child. Name manavamanaustho na chinta gehaputrinam atmakrida atmaratirshir jara jaramiha balavat name mana avamanao. For a child, there is no man, there is no apaman. Is there any pride for him? You insult him, he will smile. You praise him, he will smile. A child? Beautiful. Na mana apamana is not there. Why? Because there is no ego. There is no ahankara in him that I am the one. You are insulting. The child smiles at you because saying that, even though it cannot talk to you, it says, you know what it says? You are a fool. Because you are insulting. You think you are insulting me. Actually, it is not happening. You are a fool. So he smiles at you if you insult him. Nave. Mana, apamana is not there. How can you insult a child? Tell me. He'll never get insulted. Can you try? You can try any number of times. Never get insulted. Never get boosted up by, we think, yes, you're a beautiful child, you're my child. You're Sona, Tola, and Loha, and all that we are talking about. Chandi. He doesn't understand what is Sona, what is. All are same for him. You think, for whose satisfaction are you telling all these things, Sona and Chandi and Loha? For your own satisfaction. For him doesn't make any difference. Neither he gets boosted up by your praises, influenced by your praises, nor by you. So, na mana, apamana. Mana is also not there. Apamana is also not there. Because that purity of his mind is connected with that Parabrahman alone. He is nothing other than that. So, na chinta. There is no chinta. Do not care what is honor and dishonor. I don't care. I have anxiety such as men with houses and children and possession and what they have. I sport with the self. Atma Krida. I do my Atma Krida, that's all. Whatever my Atma says, that is my Krida. As far as child is concerned, it's Krida. It's only a Krida. Whatever Atma says, that is what's good. I am connected with the Atma, not with the Mana. That's why he said, Atma Krida. I do my Atma Krida. The pleasure in the self. Atma Ratir Vicharamiha. Atma Rati. Playing with the Atma, enjoying with the Atma. Rati with the Atma. And I go around the world as Balavat, like a Bala, like a child. I go around the world with this attitude of mind. Na mana, pamana, na possession, no discovery, na chinta, na virakti, na sukham, na dukham. Walk around, that's all. Just walk around. No botheration. I have learned this from the child. Not to have mana, apamana, not to have dukkha, sukha, not to have chinta, yoga, putrina, like people have got. Dvavecha chintaya muktau, paramananda aplutau, yo vimukto jado balo, yo gunebhya param gata. Dvaveva chintaya muktau. Two people only are free from anxiety. Dvaveva chintayo mukta. Dvaveva. Two people only are mukta, chinta mukta. Who are they? And attain the paramananda apludahu. Kon? Yo vimugdho jado balo. Like the child that knows nothing and never works. And the man who has realized the being above the Gunebhya param gataha. Above the gunas. What are the gunas? Sat, Raja, Tama. Beyond Gunadita. The one who is Gunadita and the one who is a child who knows nothing. And the man who is a Gunadita, these two people are only happy in this universe. Dvaveva chintaya muktau. They only are muktau from the chinta. Chinta means again you are attachment. Chinta means again your entanglement. You are not progressing because in chinta you get stuck. Chinta is what? Chinta is nothing. Worries. That's chinta. Chinta is that for anything and everything you keep on. If it happens like that, if I go that, if I do that, I will get Atma Sakshatkara. If I do this, even in spirituality it is there. Not only in the materialism, in every action of a human being, he thinks of his own selfish motive on that. So he gets into chinta. Is it not? Ramdev Baba is worried how to sell his medicines, chinta. Half the yoga he has learned has forgotten. Now he is making, yesterday I saw his picture, just joking. Hey Ramdev Baba, don't get angry with me. Achha. He's talking in the Calicut, Kerala, corner in the Calicut, He's giving a talk on many things. The biggest people, even the great people who are entangled, who are there, they are not Chintamukta. They have got caught up in the administrative functionaries. You see, they are like many ministers. They are like any rulers. They are like any other official CEOs. They are not Chintamukta. All this head of the organizations, they are stuck. Most of their time is spent on the administrative part of it. Is it not? How to do this, how to go, where to go, and what to do. I went to Rishikesh, I saw that Swamiji is, except in the early morning between 3 to 6, the whole time he is stuck. From where the money will come from where the khana will come for today's ashram. So many people are staying there. from where the donations have to come, from where this has to come, from who has to be approached. Lot of, well, this, it's a part of life, okay, I do agree with that. But according to Avadhuta, that is not Chintamukta. Gunatita, they should go above that. That's a true sannyasi, that's a true, the one who knows the jnana, that's a jnani. He never bothers about any of these things. Well, everything is right. In the world, everything happens, everything is right. But according to Avadhuta, what is the Avadhuta sannyasa? Is that not getting stuck on these things. So these are the two. Dvaveva chintaya mukta. When you are away from the chinta, from the worries, then only you can make a progress. Otherwise, till today evening I got the chinta. I slept, kept it aside. Morning when I get up, like I take the specs and wear it, take the chinta and put it back. Now I'm comfortable. Is it not? You also do it. Wrist watch ko laga di, subah uth ke wrist watch pehna. Not now. Watching the wrist only that is doing. But here the chinta is doing the watching the whole of you. Right. कहाँ निकला कल? हम सोचा कि सोने से वो निकल जाएगा. He is ready, sitting at near the head only. So easily you can put it in back. So such people get stuck. They cannot get mukti. They are stuck by that. Ishvara Chitta. Jnanam is necessary for that. None of any other activities will not take you towards that. Any karmas, any dharma karmas, any dana karmas, any other karmas will not take you towards mukti. You may get punyam. That's a different thing. The result, you do something good, you will get punyam. That is there. You won't get mukti. Mukti marga is only one. That is what he said. So, gunatitaha, this for that jnanam is necessary. Unless you are a jnani, you cannot become gunatita, because gunas, we get entangled with the gunas. Somebody got pride with the rajoguna, somebody has a pride of tamoguna, somebody has a pride of satoguna. I am a great saint, I am a great guru, I am in the whole universe, I am the only Jagat Guru and all that. The names are there. Sometimes I also, what is Jagat? It's all jokingly said, but the truth is that Gunatita is that only can attain the mukti. So understand that, right? Even though jokingly said, please focus your mind on the truth. The truth is that in order to have the mukti, either one has to be like the child. We cannot be like the child because we are grown up. When we are grown up, we have to have the Gunatita status. In order to have the Gunatita, we should have the jnanam in order to have the capacity to renounce like a brahmachari and lead the grahastha jivan as the brahmachari explained in Brihadaranya and Chandogya Upanishads. The next is about a maiden, a girl who is not married, and I have learned some lessons. Avadhuta says he has learned some lessons from her. What is it? Kachit Kumari, that's why we call it as Kumari. One who is not married, one eligible for marriage. Kachit Kumari Twatmanam Gurananan Graha Magadan Swayam Tanarhayamasa Kapi Yateshu Bandhushu. Once Kapi Yateshu Bandhushu. Just a story. Once what happened? there was a maiden in the absence of her relatives elsewhere. She had to receive some of the guests at home, and the guests happened to have come to see the girl there. And the relations, the parents and others have gone to somewhere Mandir mein gaya. Nobody was at home. So there was a time when she herself has to receive them. Now what to do? And now what, at that point of time, what was she doing? It's about 10 shlokas. It's connected with the maiden. When these visitors came, what she was doing, she was busy with, naturally. Tesham aharartham shalin rahasipadiva avagrantya prakoshtastas chakushakru shankha swanam mat. Shankha means that bangles, the big bangles. Tesham abhyava aharartham, for the purpose of food. She was what do you call that? The rice or gehu, whatever. She was pounding something. Okay, let us say that, or taking out the husk from the. That's what he says here. Taking out the husk from the grain. So for that, one has to do that pounding or whatever is necessary. So at that point of time, what happened was, these prakoshtastas, this shankha, these bangles, so many are there. When she does it, rhythmically, this was making a noise. Clack, 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 clack. That rhythmically, that was keeping on making a noise. Sa tajjuguptidam matva mahadi bridida tataha bhabajjai kai kasha shankadai dvau paneyor acheshayat. She was a very intelligent girl. Now she told the guests to sit down. She said, I have little more work to be finished. I'll give you water, you drink. You wait here. My parents are still coming. They will be soon here. By the time, let me finish my job. Please be comfortable. Gave them being summer, aam panna. देने के बाद, then she said, she started pounding this. Then she said, oh, it is, no, she's intelligent, she's a nice girl. She said, this is annoying my guests. That's not right. She had many of them. Okay, annoying my guests. Now what to do? So she was a little shy also. That what they will think. What is this happening here and all that. So what she did, she stopped it. She had few, so she took out one of them. Then again pounding. Again heard the sound. Took out another one. Again pounded. Till that time, now you know. Till the time, she is left with only one. Not that completely empty. Two also, up to two she has tried. Then also it is making noise. So, from the two she has taken out the one also. Then only one was left. Then when she pounded, there was no sound. So, what is that we learned from that? Commentator take the removed. Abhayor apyabhudo kosho yavagrantya smashankayo tatrapyegam nirabhidadeyakam asmana bhavadvani. Dvani has been stopped immediately. As she went on husking, even those two bracelets produced sound. So she removed one of these from the single bracelet. There was no more sound. Then, so he says, Avadhuta says, Antarichamimam tasya upadeshamarindamam lokan anucharantetam lokatva vivitsayaha, roaming over the world with a view to know the ways of men. I learned this lesson from her. Oh, Rajan, that I have learned it. What is that I have learned? Where many dwell, Vase bahunam kalaho. Vase bahunam kalaho. Bhave dvarta dvayorapi. Eka eva chare tasmat. Kumarya ivash kankana. Again, this shloka is only concerning the sannyasis. Grihastha cannot do it. The sannyasi, Avadhuta says, he is talking about his. Because the question was, how are you so powerful and happy and great in such a young age was the Yadu king was asking the question. So he is explaining how is he like that, not for others. It is for the sannyasi. How for a sannyasi? Where many dwell. Vase bahuna. What happened when there are so many people? There is kalaham. Kalaho. Bhave dvarta dvayorapi. Even two people are together also. Two for some time. It will be okay. After some time, the two also start fighting. He said, I have learnt it from her bangles. Nice. Unless everything is removed, only one is left, I cannot be happy. He says, I am Eka eva charotatma kumarya. I am me with my Atma. Like the Kumari has left only one bangle, Kumarya. Eva kankana. Kankana. In her kankana, only one was left. Same way, I just be with my Atma. Let there be people or not. Now, what does it mean? Do you think that is the sannyasi advising everybody to be only living alone? Even though I told it is for sannyasis, it's also for others. We have to learn a lesson. What is that? When bahunam, when there are so many people, there will be kalaham. It is not necessary that there will be only kalaham. That also we know. When bahunam, in the sense, bahunam itself is a classification. Bahunam is what? Plural. That's all. It is not mentioning. See, you should understand. These are the words of the great people. So, Vedavyasa, like people like Vedavyasa. You don't write small words, Bahunam he has mentioned, and it has been Vase, Bahunam Kalaho. Wherever there are people, so many people living, there is Kalaha, they said. Vase, Bahunam Kalaho. He said people. What is meaning? For everybody, what is the Avadhuta says? Where there is many, there is Kalaha. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Not many people, not many things, but if there are many ideas in the mind, if there are a lot of contradictory ideas, contradictions in the mind, bahuna. Bahuna means anekam, many. That many here means ekam, anekam. Ekam is Atma, anekam is those which are activities. One who is entangled with the chinta, or one who is entangled with many thoughts, one who is entangled with many karmas, one who is entangled with many of unwanted karmas, unnecessary thoughts, many of these things are that all due to ignorance. So the one who is entangled with many will not be in a position to be with the ekam. There will be kalaham only. There will be contradictory opinions of the mind. The mind will say whether I should pray to Vishnu, whether I should pray to Shiva, whether I should pray to Jesus Christ or Allah. Big contradiction. Why? Bahunam. Vase bahunam kalaham. It's kalaham. Created kalaham inside. Now when a jnani he becomes the same person, becomes a jnani, he understands there is only Brahman, there is nothing other than that. So he is with the Atman, one, along with the one. When he is attached to that one, there is no kalaha. Like the bangle of the maiden who left only one, and when she started husking the grains, there was no sound. Same way, when the bahunam, when there are so many, it used to create a kalaha. No. Kahala or kalaha, both are same. Kahalam is also kalaha. From kalaha only kahalam has come. Kahala, no? Kahala means sound, no? Many sounds, kahalam. Kalaham. So kalaha will come. There is contradictions will come. Kalaha means what? Contradictions. Contradictions will come when there are different thoughts in the mind. You are not oriented yourself. When you are not able to orient yourself towards the one, you will have keep on getting different thoughts. How? If I do this, it will be right. No. If I do this, that will be right. No. I will do this, then it will become right. That will be right. This will be right. This will be right. Which is right? Which is wrong? I do not know. Let me go and ask him. When he asked the Guru, he said this one. I don't know. This Guru is not known. He doesn't know anything because he is not telling what I know. So let us go to another Guru. Another Guru says something else. He is another worst fellow. He doesn't know anything else. Now what happened? Bahunam kalaham. Inside in your mind, there is plenty of kalaham. What is going to do? He says, be with your Atman. That means be with your Jnana. Who is Atman? Who is Brahman? Brahman is Jnanam. We said no. You remember? Last class we said also Jnanam is Brahman. Jnanam is not that which is prevalent, somewhere as a part of you. Jnanam is everywhere. Jnanam is that one revelation of the Jnanam that takes place. Revealed, it's not that acquired thing. It is not a thing, it's not an organ, it is not something which is collected in you and then you are using it slowly, little by little. No. Jnanam is as a whole, it's come. And after getting the Jnanam, you will not know you are a Jnani because you are reflecting the Jnanam, that's all. You are not giving the Jnanam, you are not teaching the Jnanam, you are not distributing the Jnanam. It is only reflecting the Jnanam. The Guru reflects the Jnanam, that's all. There is no reservation on that, that's why. Because it is Ekam. There is no reservation. If it is Anekam, there will be restriction. One will go, another will be contradictory, opposite. So it is not that. Brahman is Jnanam. So once you know Jnanam, Vase Bahunam Kalaho, Bhave Dvarta Dvayorapi, even two are left. Even if two are left, Bhayo, Bhave Dva Artha. Even two arthas, two people with two artha will be there. Two opinions will be there. Two ideas will be there. Even that will be there. Eka eva charet atma. So therefore, I walk with the Atma, with that Jnanam, with that Brahma Jnanam. The Brahman alone is Brahmasya Brahmavit Bhavati. Brahmasya Brahmavit Bhavati. If I know the Brahman, I become the Brahman. I be the Brahman. What is Brahman? The Jnanam is Brahman. Once I be the Jnanam, I am with the Atma. Even though there will be thousands of people around me, even though there will be thousands of ideas around me, even though there are thousands of opinions around me, even though thousands of species around me, I am not attached to any of these things. Not that it will not be there, it will be there. So Bahunam, Kalaham, when the Kalaham comes, when I am involved with the Bahunam, then only the Kalaha comes. In Bahunam there is no Kalaha. As far as I am concerned, if I am involved in the Bahunam, then only the Kalaham will come. I am not involved in the Kalaha, I am not involved with the Bahunam, that means Anekam. I am involved with the Ekam, that is the Atma. That means what is advice? Advice is that to be with the Jnanam. So the person who has to acquire Jnanam, the person who has to be with the Jnanam, be a Jnani, when you become a Jnani, when you be a Jnani, when you be with the Jnanam, Brahma with Brahma eva bhavati, in that Brahma sthanam, from Brahman only, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman, from Brahman only everything comes, that everything will not make a difference to you, even though there are Bahunam, there are pluralities. The pluralities will, in the identification, when you are with the Brahman, when you are with the Ekam and you are with the Brahman, you will look at the pluralities as Ekam only, because in everything there is Brahman. He will be able to see that. So he will never come across an Ekam. For an Avadhuta, he never comes across the Anekam. If there is Anekam, there will be Kalaham. If you call it anekam, there will be kalaham. Even if it is dvayam, then also there will be kalaha. Dvayorapi kalaha. But when you are with the Atman, that means when you have to be a jnani. In jnanam, brahmavit brahmaya bhavati. Everything is Brahman. So naturally, he will not be entangled or facing the anekam, because there is no anekam. As far as he is concerned, there will be no anekam. There will be only ekam. So this Advaita Siddhartham. Now comes where many dwell, there is quarrel, and two people also, there is a chance for talk, therefore one should live alone. Like the brain, living alone. So it's not living alone, actually it's not. I explained you what is that alone. Alone in the sense, we in the crowd, in the universe, we can be. A Maharshi, he is alone. He is with the Brahman. Because everywhere, Brahman. When everywhere there is Brahman, it is only Brahman. One only. Oxygen is only one. There is no oxygens. American oxygen is not different from Indian oxygen. Not the Indian oxygen company. Indian oxygen nation. African oxygen. Will that be different in color? The oxygen. Strong. Nothing, no? So it's all the same. Brahmasya Brahmavit. Now comes to the next sloka. Bhagavan says, Mana ekatra samyujyam ujjita shvaso ujjita asana vairagya abhyasa yogena priyamana matandriyada. Bhagavan says here in this sloka, he is taking the example of the arrow maker, the one who is an arrow maker. Even though it is told an arrow maker, it can be for any job done with high concentration. Even we can take arrow maker means there's lot of perfection is necessary in arrow making. If the head is too heavy, it will not go fast. It will go only a short way. If it is too light, it will not be able to aim to at a particular place. So the weight of the head should be proportionate to the length of the bar of that arrow, and the length should be, how much should be the length, how fast it can go, how distant it can travel. Everything can be designed according to that. So when you are making it, even a slight bend also, or even a slight buckle, or even a slight pore in that one, hole in that, even a small hole in that, or a small dent in that, or anything, any small change in the angle of that arrow, anything happens, arrow will not function. So absolute the arrow maker should have a perfect condition. When he is making it, his concentration should be perfect, like you put the thread into the needle. Squint your eye, then put it. The man who looks at you will be laughing at you, but you are here is not so. All saliva, even then it's not giving too much of saliva. Like that, one has to be absolutely concentrating on what you are doing. At that point of time, even if Raja, here he says, even if Raja comes, Raja has been a big man, even anything happen, even he comes across, he will not see, he will not be able to see because his concentration is absolutely okay. So, hey Rajan, I have learned this concept to be on what you are doing, focus on what you are doing. Focus on what you are doing. I have learned it from the arrow maker, is what Avadhuta says. Okay. Now he says, Yasmin mano labdhapatam yadeva chanai shanair bunchati karmarenun Satvena Vurdvena Rajastamascha Vidoya Nirvana Uvaita Nidhanam. Where? That is in the God, in God. Being steady, this collected mind gradually gives up impulsions to work, and winnowing of Rajas, Tamas and Sato Gunas become pacified, having no fuel, that means sense of impression, to feed it. Just be steady with it. That means be with that Brahman again. Once mind is with the Brahman, he is able to come out of the gunas very easily. Otherwise, what will happen? If you are stuck with any of these gunas, you get entangled with your ahankara, you get entangled with your ego, and you keep on functioning in that circle and circle. Always, you will not be able to come out of it. So, identification and understanding of these things are absolutely necessary. You experience those things because that may be your karma. Sometimes we have to experience all the three gunas. We have to experience in our life. There is nothing wrong, you experience it, but have jnanam and acquire that so that you can be above the three gunas, is what he says. So it can be extinguished. Pacified means extinguished. Your desire or your jnanam can be extinguished. Tadeva atmananya varudha chito naveda kinchit bahirantam va yate shukaro nirpatim vrajanta vishau gatatma nadadarshavarshau. Having the mind thus controlled within himself, the man at the time knows nothing external or internal. Just as the arrow maker, with his mind absorbed in making the arrow, did not notice the king passing by his side. So we have already told. His concentration was absolutely. So the sage should wander alone, be homeless, ever alert, resorting to caves. Caves, it's not that actually looking for the caves in the mountains and in the cave. Cave in the sense, be aloof from the activities of these things. That's all. Cave here means only that. Solitude is what it means. To be in solitude, to be mentally in solitude, that's all. Don't get entangled, as I told you. When he gets entangled with other things, then only he will go away from the understanding of the Brahmata Sakshatkaram and lowering down himself. He should remain in the Brahma Sakshatkaram. That is his cave. That's solitude. To be in that solitude. And he should not betray his real worth of his actions. Betraying is that, just as one cannot tell by the mere sight of certain things and conclude that this is what is happening. A great person who has understood the Brahma's Tattvam, Brahmajnanam, will automatically contemplate on the various issues of the universe, and then he will identify the action of the Brahman in that. That's why the Maharishis and Tapasvis and Jnanis, even though you go and tell them, he will not interfere in any of these things. He will not interfere. If that is supposed to be done according to the Brahma Jnanam, Brahma Tattvam, according to the rule of the Prakriti, if it is within the Prakriti Niyama, even though we may ask for it, he will not do it. He will just listen and ignore it. He will not get entangled with that at all. But if there is something which is necessary for, he will, even before you ask, he will grease you. Right? See, that is what it is. Because he knows what is to be given, what is not to be given. But as far as a Grihastha is concerned, he doesn't know what is to be asked. So he asks for it. It's not necessary, he should be given by that. Lord Krishna, when he was brought to Yashoda, he was taken for naming ceremony to the Maharshi Sannyasi, where people thought of, they were scared that what is his name, that Kamsa, as people will come and kill him, so they hide Bhagavan, very carefully, so that nobody will see him early morning in the night hours. When it is dark, they take to the ashram and then try to give the, so when it is Garga Maharshi, or somebody. This Rishi, he sees the Lord, and he immediately identified and understood. He immediately identified and understood that who is that, because he knows the absolute. And even before that, he knows that they are bringing for naming ceremony and things like that. He knows as a Rishi. When they came here, when they were wrapped in, and hidden and all that, Maharshi said, just open him, let's take out all their clothes, leave him free, let be in open. Nobody can do anything to him. He didn't say he is Bhagavan himself, because Rishis will not reveal those secrets. He said, just open, he is in the ashram, nobody will touch him. Let Kamsa himself come, he cannot touch him. So don't worry about it. See, this gracing could be done by the Maharshi, because that he knew that was the necessity. If something has to be happening to you, and the facilitation has to be done, and because of certain other, there are so many things happen because in a grihastha, because of small karmas or because of certain other obstacles, certain things get stuck. And if the person is the dharmic person, immediately Bhagavan or Maharshi allows it to happen. That's why certain thing he will allow it to happen. Certain thing, even if you ask for it, it will not be given. It cannot be given, it is not possible. So like, many of the stories are there, you must be knowing. Okay, somewhere we get stuck because of the karmas and karma balas, even though they are minor to the nature. When it is minor to the nature, if a person is a dharmic person, then it is allowed to happen. Same thing happened with Karna. Many people ask why identity of Karna was not revealed by Lord Krishna, even though he knew, Bhagavan knew about it. Bhagavan knew who is Karna, Kunti Putra. Bhagavan knew everything, but he told at a particular time only he said that. Before that he did not reveal it. It was not time for it to be revealed. So any of those things, because of the incidents that is supposed to be happening in the future, Bhagavan knew at what time he should be allowed to get into it. He should be given the facility of it. Same way in our lives also. That's why people say in general condition we say no, उस समय नहीं हुआ, time होने से हो जाएगा. That sort of consolation is there. Actually, what happens is that what is the time? When will the time come? When you live dharmically. The moment when you start living dharmically, what happens? The karmas and karma bala starts exhausting automatically. Burn in that fire, in the Agni Tattva of the Dharma, and immediately the time arrives. So the time is related with the action. When there is an action is always related with the time. If the time has to be there in order to have an action to be done. In order to execute a karma, time, kala has to be there. Kala is absolutely necessary. So the kala will change only when the execution of karma is dharmic. Then the time is advanced. That's what we call it now. Kala. What is the change of kala? The kala gets advanced. Advanced in the sense it pushes you towards the advancement and takes you towards the Brahman. That's what's called advancement. That pushes you. The time gets fast, you see. Goes fast, we see. We skip those times which are not necessary. Actually, what happens in karma and karma phala, we skip the time. Even though we are supposed to have the problem for 20 years, if I am dharmically executing a karma and finishing it in 1 year's time, 19 years of my life will get skipped of that particular karma. I go to the next karma at that point of time. See, this is how relation with the kala is very much there in the karma. So that why did I say this? Because where am I actually? I lost track. Okay. Arrow maker. Yes, okay. So that they should wander the caves, we said, and also the betrayal which it is. That's where it started. Betrayal of himself, real worth of his portion, and be without companions and reticent of speech. The companions, the companionship, the companions. We require the companions only to support our thoughts, our egos, our emotions, and other things. Is it not? Then you need your companions. And sometimes what happens? You say that if the companions are always there with you, what do you say? Yeah, leave me alone for some time. I say, what is this? That's what he says. They are meant only for boosting up your emotions and anxieties and things like that, not for being the jnani. The jnani, as an Avadhuta says, that he has to be away from the companions. Now, companions, as I told you earlier also about the something else, that it is not, the companions are also like that. It is the thought, many other thoughts associated around with the thought of Brahman. If you have got so many other thoughts, they become the companions. And if your thought is of that nature, all other thoughts will support. And if you want to be within you, in your cave, that means in solidarity of yours, then all these companions will be disturbing. Then you will say that, please leave me alone. All these thoughts will only get disturbed. So thought, again, we are coming to same talk what we have done little while ago, that to be with that Brahman. For that the jnanam is there. To be in that jnanam, the companions can be used by you, doesn't matter. But the companions of you, the thoughts around you should be such that you are in a position to de-link at any moment of time. That means when it is there with you, you will not be in a position to de-link, because the thoughts are with you, because you have bound them with you. You like to have it with you. You may say that, oh, that thought is very disturbing to me, because you invited it. Who puts that thought into your mind? You only have put that thought into your mind which is disturbing you. Who else? Nobody has got approach to you. You see, it is you only who is putting the thought of disturbance, thought of happiness, thought of good, thought of bad, everything is put into you. They are all based on your companionship. See, that's why Avadhuta says, be with that Atman, be with that Jnanam, be with that Parabrahman, Brahma Sakshatkara. It's a very high theory, of course. When what happens, then this companionship is not there. So this is companion, not that what we normally talk about, the companionship. The companionship comes only when we require it, you see. We want the companions because to support our actions, we need companions. Otherwise we don't need. So we want to support our action by others, so our companions, our other thoughts will have to support my thought. So I create thousands of thoughts in order to create one thought according to my whims and fancy. This whims and fancy has to be removed, and the jnanam has to be occupied in that place. When jnanam and the reality and the truth and dharmam, when occupies that place, automatically this imaginary world of the other thoughts, that means companions, will automatically get vanished, and this becomes the one, the anekam, everything becomes that one. One doesn't need that companionship of support, because the one itself is the ruler of the whole universe. So you be with that one, you be with that jnanam, you be with that God, you be with that Guru, you be with that the consciousness, you be any paryaya for that is okay. Is what he says, that solitude, what he's talking about. that is the difference between loneliness and aloneness. I used to explain about it. This solitude, this companionship comes in that. No, the loneliness or aloneness. When you get lonely, I am very lonely because I need companions to support my ego. According to modern times, that ego can be sent in an ego mail, email. The ego. Companion, I am lonely. I feel very lonely. Why you are feeling lonely? It's because your thought needs support of the companions. The other thoughts have to be there. That's why you are feeling lonely. Maharishi Tapasya Jnani, he is never lonely. He says the aloneness is a beautiful gift. One should be in that aloneness. That aloneness is that alone with the Brahman. Then there is no loneliness. Where is the loneliness? Always you have a company. You have the company of your own Atma. You have the company of the Jnanam. When the Jnanam is there, everything is there. All the things keep on pouring into you. So there is no loneliness you feel, you see. The loneliness, getting bored. Getting bored in a way. Boring is what, making a big hole is boring. That means in your brain, it's a big hole. It's called boring. Borewell, that's what boring. And nothing, khali hai, in a different, in a beautiful and nice and a polished way, that my mind is this one is absolutely khali, I am boring. So it is extremely tough. Griharambho dukhaya vipalashriya atmanaha sarpaha paragradam veshma pravishya sugametade. It's extremely troublesome and useless for the man. He says, according to build a house, since his body is so frail, the snake enters the house, make the others and be happy and prosperous. Now, Griha arambho swaya. Griha means what? Griha is there? It's not the normal griha, what we are talking about. The house, even though the translation says like that. Sorry. Rat makes their the rat holes only for the snakes to come and catch them. Same way, if you make a house, not the house what we are talking about, the bricks and mortar or wood, the house in your mind, when you make it, that means you are stuck within the four walls of the house that you have made. And you say, this is my house. And in the house, I design myself, I got 1 room, 2 room, 3 room. Beyond that, nothing. That's all. No? So I design the house in that. So I dwell myself in that house. And that house, which I have conquered in my mind by my thought, will automatically get shattered when the jnanam is there, when the jnanam comes, or by something else when it comes, it gets shattered. I become homeless at that point of time, houseless at that point of time. Now, not to be getting stuck in Avadhuta or a great person, a jnani, should not get stuck by any of those ideas at one location, at one place, and one thing, and one karma to that, you see. Same thing as we have explained earlier. Instead, have an open house, you see. Any place is your own house. In the nature, like you have seen, the Kailasa is the abode of Shiva. Vaikuntha is the abode of Mahavishnu. Brahmaloka is abode of Brahmadeva. None of them have got palaces. Even in television you can see, I don't know how these people, these directors went there and saw, I don't know. But they also have not created a big building, having Darwan and all that, nothing. Open sky, Brahma sitting alone. Nobody, no watchman there. No, what is that? Black cats and dogs and cats and dogs, nothing. Bhagavan Vishnu alone that, with Lakshmi. Bhagavan Shiva that opens. It represents, what is it representing? The universe is the house. House is that you are stuck in that four walls. It is psychologically or it is the thought. That's what the house is. That's what the Avadhuta meaning by that. See, when you are stuck by that, then what happens? Your ideas will be only concentrated within those what we call as four walls. We cannot think beyond that. We cannot travel beyond that. We cannot progress beyond that. So the acquiring of the jnanam or being dharmam and the jnanam to make yourself available for jnanam and brahmajnanam and brahmatattvam, you will not be available because you are stuck in the house. So Avadhuta says, I don't want to stay in that house which I made. The house is what? What you made. According to your ideas. It is your house. I want to stay in that house which is provided to me. Other side of it. I have a house. I am housed. I am housed by Brahman. I am housed by Vishnu. I am housed by Shiva. I am housed by Bhagavan, Brahma. I am personally getting stuck by that thought of being in the four. That means with that small, concentrated, that fictitious ideas of that, when we stuck, that if I am only looking for the benefit of it, that's all. I am always worried about the maintenance of my house. I am worried about the maintenance of my house so that I can be in that house according to my own whims and fancies is what we think. And our whims and fancies are very different. As I told you many times, people in the materialism or spiritualism, they keep on looking for venues of their own personal benefit. The individual egoistic benefits. Ajnana, that's all. It's absolutely ignorance. To be away from that ignorance, to be open, that means that I'm housed by Bhagavan. That's it. That thought will attain me towards that absolute Brahmavit, Brahma eva bhavati tattvam. And when I am in that, I won't be housed or I won't be house arrested. Put it that way. In a house, we are always house arrested. So then what is that? What should be done? Then he says, the next few slokas are, few means how many? Next 6 slokas is consisting of the activity of spider. What Avadhuta learns from the spider. Okay. I think this will be shloka number this is which chapter? Chapter 4. That means 4:15 we have completed. 4:16 I will take next. Please keep a note. For spider. 4:16.